Visit us on onestepenglish.com. Listening. Directions in listening section, you will hear monologues, dialogues, and academic talks.
Mount St. Helens. Mount St. Helens is a large volcano in Washington. Before May 18, 1980, Mount St. Helens was more than 9,000 feet high. After May 18, the mountain was only 8,364 feet high. What happened on that day? Mount St. Helens blew its top off. First, the ground began to shake. Then, the top of the mountain broke open. Next, hot air blasted out of the opening. The air moved so fast that it knocked down trees 17 miles away. At the same time, hot ash and broken rocks blew into the sky. The terrific heat started forest fires around the mountain. Melted rock poured down the mountain. It covered buildings and bridges and filled in rivers. By the end of the day, everything around Mount St. Helens was gone. Lakes and streams were buried. Trees and other plants were blown down and burned. Nothing was the same as it had been before May 1980. Number 1. Why did Mount St. Helens become 8,364 feet high from 9,000 feet high?
Letter A. As time passed by, every mountain will decrease in size.
Letter B. Mount St. Helens blew its top off.
Letter C. The mountain is not active, so many people got soil from it.
The correct answer is letter B. The mountain became 8,364 feet high from 9,000 feet high because it blew its top off.
Number 2. What happened first before Mount St. Helens blew its top off?
Letter A. The ground began to shake.
Letter B. The top of the mountain broke open.
Letter C. Hot air blasted out of the mountain's opening.
The correct answer is letter A. The ground began to shake.
Number 3. What happened at the end of the day?
Letter A. Many people were killed because of the situation.
Letter B. The mountain was erased in the map.
Letter C. Everything around Mount St. Helens was gone.
The correct answer is letter C. At the end of the day, everything around Mount St. Helens was gone. Reading section.
In this section, you'll be required to read 2 passages on varying topics. After each passage, you will answer questions to test your ability to understand vocabulary, writer's point of view, factual information and sentence structures.
Reading number 1. An excerpt from "The World Wasted Nearly 1 Billion Metric Tons of Food in 2019" by Rachel Fritz. Source: www.sciencenews.org.
Number 1. Why did researchers analyze food waste data from 54 countries?
Letter A. These countries were recorded to be the richest countries in the world.
Letter B. Food waste was a substantial problem for nearly all countries regardless of their income level.
Letter C. It is always the problem of the poor people.
The correct answer is letter B. Researchers analyzed food waste data from 54 countries because food waste was a substantial problem for nearly all countries regardless of their income level.
Number 2. In their data, where did the 61% of waste come from?
Letter A. Homes.
Letter B. Supermarkets.
Letter C. Food services.
The correct answer is letter A. 61% of food waste came from homes.
Number 3. Why did Otto recommend that countries should begin addressing food waste by integrating reduction into their climate strategies and COVID-19 recovery plans?
Letter A. So that people will not throw and waste foods anymore.
Letter B. Because food waste has been largely overlooked in national climate strategies.
Letter C. To lessen the poorer countries.
The correct answer is letter B. Otto recommended that countries should begin addressing food waste by integrating reduction into their climate strategies and COVID-19 recovery plans because food waste has been largely overlooked in national climate strategies. Reading number 2. An excerpt from How Anti-Asian Activity Online Set the Stage for Real-World Violence. Source: www.nytimes.com.
Number 1. What does the 84% of the vote say why the gunman killed Asians?
Letter A. The gunman hates Asians.
Letter B. The gunman killed for justified retaliation for COVID-19.
Letter C. The gunman was paid to kill Asians.
The correct answer is letter B. The 84% of people in the poll voted the reason. The gunman killed for justified retaliation for COVID-19.
Number 2. When did the hashtags "Go Back to China" and "Make the Economy Chinese" pay spike?
Letter A. When former President Donald J. Trump called COVID-19 the Chinese virus and Kung flu last year.
Letter B. During the outbreak of COVID-19.
Letter C. Every time that people see Asian in America.
The correct answer is letter A. The hashtags "Go Back to China" and "Make the Economy Chinese" pay spiked when former President Donald J. Trump called COVID-19 the Chinese virus and Kung flu last year.
You've reached the mid part of the video. Please don't forget to click like and subscribe.
Vocab. In this section, you will learn vocabulary words with its meanings and examples. In the test, there are 5 questions and you have 10 seconds to answer each question.
edible. Adjective, eatable or suitable to be eaten.
Example. Are these foods edible?
Extrapolate. Verb, to extend or to project applications to an unknown situation by assuming that it is existing.
Example. It is better if we extrapolate future developments from current styles and trends.
Retaliate. Verb, to attack or to fight back. Example. Hannah wants to retaliate against a classmate who bullied her. Sentiment. Noun, a specific view, emotions or opinion.
Example. Their COVID-19 sentiments turned to killing Asians.
Substantial. Adjective, considerable worth, not imaginary.
Example. Fiona raised substantial funds for the needy. Let's have a quick test on vocab section.
Number 1. If you strike a lemur, it will blank. Verb, to attack or to fight back.
Letter A. Edible. Letter B. Extrapolate. Letter C. Retaliate. Letter D. Sentiment. Letter E. Substantial.
The correct answer is, letter C. If you strike a lemur, it will retaliate.
Number 2. Danica ate blank dinner with her friends. Adjective, considerable worth, not imaginary.
Letter A. Edible. Letter B. Extrapolate. Letter C. Retaliate. Letter D. Sentiment. Letter E. Substantial.
The correct answer is, letter E. Danica ate substantial dinner with her friends.
Number 3. Students were encouraged to share their blank about the current issues. Noun, a specific view, emotions or opinion.
Letter A. Edible. Letter B. Extrapolate. Letter C. Retaliate. Letter D. Sentiment. Letter E. Substantial.
The correct answer is, letter D. Students were encouraged to share their sentiments about the current issues.
Number 4. John D can bake an all-blank cake. Adjective, eatable or suitable to be eaten.
Letter A. Edible. Letter B. Extrapolate. Letter C. Retaliate. Letter D. Sentiment. Letter E. Substantial.
The correct answer is, letter A. John D can bake an all-edible cake.
Number 5. Let us try to blank a trend from a small sample. Verb, to extend or to project applications to an unknown situation by assuming that it is existing.
Letter A. Edible. Letter B. Extrapolate. Letter C. Retaliate. Letter D. Sentiment. Letter E. Substantial.
The correct answer is, letter B. Let us try to extrapolate a trend from a small sample.
Speaking section. What can you say about the saying when people succeed, it is because of hard work? Luck has nothing to do with success.
I believe in the saying, when people succeed, it is because of hard work. Luck has nothing to do with success. Success is something you imagine to attain one day and something you work hard for. In life, we cannot always depend on luck. When we succeed on something, it means we worked hard for it. Working hard is way different from letting every situation be done by luck. Working is when you let yourself do something. For example, during an exam, you cannot pass or get a passing grade if you didn't review your lessons. Luck is just a bonus, it will only serve as your lucky charm in everything you do. But always remember that in life, when we are attaining something we always have the so-called lucky charm that will lead us to become better in life.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. Visit us on onestepenglish.com.